Hi, everyone, and welcome to day 5 of the 21-day mindful movement and breath challenge. Today, I'm back in front of my fire again because we're going to be focusing mostly on breath work and a little bit of neck movements. So you don't really need much equipment for this sequence. You can join from wherever you are, your couch, or even laying down if that works for you. This is Jeffy, if you haven't met him yet, and he'll be joining us. So let's get started. If you can find just a comfortable seated position, grab your pet if you have one. And let's take a little bit of time to first enter mindfulness, however you do that. Maybe a breath or two here, or maybe a yawn and a good gentle movement that goes with the yawn all by itself. And we're going to go from here into our tiny nose circles. So imagining that you have a paintbrush or a marker on the end of your nose, and you're going to start drawing some tiny circles. Doing about 5 circles one way and 5 the other way. And then taking a pause and a breath. And really checking in to see, is there anything your body needs in this moment to allow for maybe 2% more relaxed, 2% more present. Maybe another yawn stretch would work. Or maybe some bumblebee breaths here would work. Is there a good way to really give yourself permission to arrive fully or almost fully into this present moment? And then let's do our nose circles again. This time we'll do the spiral version. So you're going to begin with your tiny circles, letting them increase with each round. About 5 in one direction, and then starting small and creating your spiral on the other side. And then let's just pick a size that felt particularly good on your neck or just intuitively, and we'll go 5 more, any size you want, on each side. This time, why don't we incorporate a bit of that creativity practice? Really imagine what color your circles would be. Switching directions. If you could get to paint with a brand new color that you've never seen before, what would that look like? And pause and maybe take that in for a moment. And then we'll do one more little movement here, and then we'll get into some breath work. So for this one, we're going to do a little bit of a vagus nerve stimulation, eye movement exercise. So again, if the eye movements make you feel a little dizzy, you can do the head turns without any eye position change. So first, let's just turn the head one way and then the other, and without forcing a range, just kind of go to where you feel like this is where, as far as my head turns, where I'm still comfortable. And then pick a position with your eyes just to kind of give you a reference point that once you've turned, you're in your comfortable range. Just pick something to look at to kind of remember. And then we're going to clasp the hands. Place your hands behind your head. Just kind of cup the back of your head so it can settle into your hands. Your thumbs are going to be pointing down. Just thumbs support the neck a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn the eyes toward one elbow. You might need to bring the elbows a bit forward. If they're too far away, that's okay. So you can just have the eyes looking at a elbow. And if you notice that you start to swallow or salivate a little bit, it's probably a good indicator that you've been there long enough. And then you can turn your eyes the other way. Look at that elbow. Just let yourself soften and gaze at the elbow. Feel free to move it closer if you need. Just no strain on the eyes here. Once more to each side. And then you can just let the arms come down, maybe a few shoulder rolls. And then let's turn the head. Again, just to that point of ease. And see, did it go? You can kind of check with your visual point. Does your head turn a little further now? Oh, quite a bit more on that side. Oh. So that's a really great way to help your nervous system and your tissue tone relationship. We'll do a lot more of that as we go. So what I want to move into next is some alternate nostril breathing. We did a little bit of that yesterday. This time, we're going to do it slightly different. So yesterday we did the circles. This way, what we're going to do is more of a triangle shape. So we're going to go up and down and then up and down the other way. And so we're going to switch each time. Again, if it helps you to physically block the nose, you can. Some people like to do the 2 fingers on the forehead and then use the thumb and the ring finger. Personally, I like to do this because it just gives me that little bit more time for some gentle mindful movement. So I like this. Some people like this. Some people don't like to block at all. And all of that, whatever you choose, it's okay. So let's settle in and we'll get ready for some mindful alternate nostril breathing. It might take a moment to really settle into your breath. So feel free to wiggle and yawn and stretch or just whatever you need to do to really settle into your present moment experience. What would you need here and now in order to be 2% more present, 2% more able to be with yourself? Might need to invoke a bit of compassion or just some gentle swaying or rocking movement. Maybe what would be good would be to make some sounds. Really give yourself permission to find a way to really let yourself move inward and enjoy your own experience here and now. And start to get more and more curious about your breath and the way that it feels in your nostrils as you breathe in and as you breathe out. You may notice your inhale to be a little cooler and the exhale to be a little warmer. Now, if it feels right for you, you can just keep your hands where they are and go with awareness only. If you prefer to use the hands, what we're going to do is we're going to start with our inhaling with our right nostril, and then we'll exhale with our left nostril. So again, feel free to use your hands if you'd like. You're going to inhale right, exhale left, and then we're going to turn around and inhale left and exhale right. Turn around, inhale right, exhale left. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale right, exhale left. So each time you're at the end of an exhale, you turn around and go back up that same nostril that you just exhaled with. And every time you finish an inhale, you're going to switch nostrils. So the switch happens at the end of your inhale, and the turnaround happens at the end of your exhale. So I'll give you a minute to just explore however you want to do that. If it feels at all claustrophobic to physically block the nostril, know that you don't have to do it that way. Sometimes it can be helpful to keep track with just your palms. That if you're inhaling through the right side, you're going to turn the right palm up. And whenever you're breathing through the left side, you turn the left palm up. And that might just help you keep track. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Inhaling left, exhaling right. I'll just let you go on your own because we're probably all at different breath rates here now by this point. So we'll give you a minute. If you want to, again, practice turning on that creative center of your brain, the idea would be to use imagination and involve that in whatever way it works for you intuitively. Maybe you're drawing a triangle with your mind. Maybe you're feeling the texture of the air as it moves. Maybe you're becoming aware of how far away from your body your air goes out. And just 3 more breath cycles here. And then letting go, however you're using the hands, just let them relax now and let the breath do whatever the breath wants to do. Take a moment now to broaden your awareness. We've really zeroed in to our nostrils for a bit. So let's bring some body awareness out to include the whole body. Maybe you can feel the breath now as it goes all the way into the lungs. Maybe you can feel the prana spreading all the way through your whole body. And just take another moment here to connect with your word. That question we've been focusing on for the last 5 days. What do you want to feel? What do you want to feel today? What would be good? Is your word changing each day? Or is it staying the same? And whatever your word is, give yourself permission to take 10 or 15 seconds now and repeat that word to yourself, nice and slow, remembering to give lots of space between each repetition of the word, and really notice how it reverberates through your body, through your mind. See if it even maybe impacts your spirit, your life force. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. I'm really looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And I'm just feeling so very proud of you. And thank you for taking this challenge on with me. And I think you're doing amazing. And I'm so excited that you're joining me for this challenge. Great big hug and a namaste.